What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to take a first look at a brand new pair. This is a general release sneaker that I just think is one of the coolest pairs that they've dropped in quite some time. And even though it's not necessarily something that is hard to get a hold of, I just had to make sure that I got that hit on the sneakers app, which I did. This is the Nike Air Tech Challenge 2 in the Photon Dust White Dusty Cactus colorway, otherwise known as Back to the Future Air Tech Challenge 2. So as you guys know, the 90s are back in style, and a lot of the popular 90s sneakers, we're looking at like the Deion Sanders, the Bo Jacksons, the Andre Agassi's. These are sneakers that were so beloved in the 90s, and now it's really cool to actually see them start to come back like this Agassi in the Back to the Future colors. And if we get a close-up of this, this is, I think, one of the cooler versions that they've done. Of course, everyone knows about the Air Mags. I've always wanted to have a pair, but those are like, what, 20K? And they're not necessarily wearable. A friend and I were talking about this the other day. The Air Mags are super cool because it's that throwback to Marty McFly, Back to the Future, self-lacing shoes with that technology, but they were stupid limited. They're more of a piece that you would just put on display somewhere because it's not a shoe that you want to wear, because I feel like they're just going to crumble, and they're already an older pair anyways, and they just don't necessarily look good on a lot of people that actually do wear them. They do look very much like a futuristic shoe, which again I think is really cool, but if I want to wear a pair that still pays tribute and homage to one of the coolest scenes from the Back to the Future franchise. So really quick, for those of you guys who are unaware of what the whole Back to the Future correlation is, the whole Marty McFly thing, one of the more popular Robert Zemeckis directed films from the 80s, starring Michael J. Fox as Marty McFly, there's a scene in the movie where he actually has a hoverboard and he's wearing some really fresh Nikes, but I think that this particular rendition of the shoe is a pretty good capture of what they did with that original film. This, come on, y'all. This is such a, to me, well done sneaker that pays tribute to that. And let's just talk about the shoe itself, because again, for a general release, generally speaking, Nike usually doesn't necessarily put a lot of money into the construction of the sneaker. So a lot of people wanted to know, what are the materials like? And I am happy to say that the leather on this shoe is pretty buttery. I was not expecting that, to be totally honest with you guys. And I think that one of the coolest parts when you talk about a shoe like this is things that are small that pay tribute to something that you might not necessarily recognize on first glance. You guys look at that tongue there. That's exactly what it's supposed to look like on those original Air Mags, this material that they use here. And I think that's a really cool touch. The bottom, again, it's just something that 100% screams Back to the Future when Marty McFly is on that hoverboard. So I think when Nike can do storytelling and it's a little subtle, even though this is an obvious like connection to that movie, the subtleties of the actual shoe, to me, I think are really where Nike can hit home runs. And that's what they did with this pair. Really quick, let's just kind of take a look around. As you guys see, we've got that beautiful teal that was so popular in the 90s all over the shoe. The speckled teal here on the bottom. This pair did come with one of our cool Nike Air hang tags that I love to add to a keychain. But like most GRs, it did not come with any additional lace sets, which I'm a little bummed, to be honest with you guys. I would have loved if they would have had this teal or even that gradient color as far as a shoelace. I think that would have looked awesome on these. So I'll probably try and get a teal pair that I can lace these up with. For now, I think white's okay. I just would have preferred a little bit more color when it comes to this sneaker. One of my bigger concerns with a sneaker like this, for me at least, is going to be how does it fit? What is the wearability, so to speak? Again, I've got a pretty wide foot and pretty wide calves, and generally speaking, even mid tops like these don't necessarily always look great on me. So my hope is that when I lace these up and put them on feet and show you what they look like, but I feel good about this and I think it is going to fit and look good. Let's keep our fingers crossed. The majority of the pairs that they have put out that are kind of like tributes to the Air Mags or to Back to the Future, like the SB Dunk Lows, the Marty McFlys, they did that other pair that I can't remember the name that you also could charge up. and both of those looked okay. They were a little boring, to be totally honest with you, and I do think that some people don't necessarily still think that this is the most exciting release that they could do. But for me personally, because you guys know that I love color and I love crazy shoes, I think this is a pretty tame pair that I actually really enjoy. So this is definitely something that I'm looking forward to wearing, especially during the fall and the winter time. What's your guys' thoughts on this sneaker? Is this something that you wanted to add to your collection? Is this something that you saw and you were just like, not really for me? So let's talk about it in the comments, and let me slip these on and see how they look, and hopefully they fit well. Whew. So there you have it. Thank goodness. I was nervous, but they fit good, they look good, and I can't wait to add these to my sneaker rotation for the fall and winter season. And don't be surprised if these show up in my end of year top 5 sneaker pickup video, because I have an inkling that they're going to potentially be top 3. Stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for more videos coming soon. Appreciate you guys tuning in. My name is Wiz. Peace and love.